Hello guys, it's Stephanie Avisa from stephanieavisa.com. Today we're going to talk about how to turn failure into success. And I'll give you 4 tips that you can use to actually start turning your failures into success, and how to look at failure overall to actually help you continue to be successful in all areas of your life. Okay, so let's get started. Number 1, how can we use failure as something that is positive? In our society, people associate failure with something horrible and think that actually failing will be the end of them, and like it's the most horrible thing. But actually, if you think about it, successful people, blah blah, actually see failure as their ticket to success. And that's number 1. See failure as your ticket to success. So what does this mean? It means that by trying new things and by failing and actually making mistakes, we actually learn more about ourselves, we learn more about the world, and we discover new opportunities of ideas that we can use to actually get to the next level. So I want you to do that when it comes to trying new things, starting a business, whatever is your goal is. I want you to embrace failure as your ticket to success. And I want you to think of people like Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Lionel Messi, people who failed and were rejected at some point and never gave up and actually continued working hard for their dreams, and look who they are today, or what they have done in the world. Okay, so realize that they had to go through a lot of failure to get to the level of success they're in today. Now, number 2 is know that your results don't define who you are. Okay, whether you are successful at something or you fail at something does not mean that you are a failure or a success as a person. Your identity should be always separated from your results. Know that if you guys believe in God, the universe, whatever it is, in my belief system, I know that we are all, as human beings, amazing, loved, and worthy of all the abundance and prosperity of the world. So therefore, the experiences and the things we do not define us. They kind of shape our world, and our decisions do shape our reality, but they do not shape who we are, because we are much more than our results and our experiences, right? So once we detach that identity of who we are from the mistakes we make or from the successes we accomplish, then we're free to actually be willing to try new things. Now, that was number 2. Number 3 is try something new that scares you. Try something new that scares you, and just go for it. And if it scares you, even more, because if something scares you, it's because you are called to do it, and because by doing that, you're actually going to grow. And it's not about trying something and succeeding. It's actually about trying something and being free from that fear that holds you back. So I want you to reward yourself every time you try something new. And it could be something like talking to somebody, going to a new place, whatever it is. Starting a business is a bigger thing, or starting a new lifestyle plan. But I want you to try new things, because by trying new things, you become free from fear. And that's your first step to embracing success and to using failure as your ticket. Okay? Now, number 4 is embrace the identity of a successful person before you see results. So think of an area of your life when you are already successful. For me, it's actually being a mom. I feel like I'm a good mom, and I have the identity of a good mom. Therefore, when I have to be a mom, I don't have to try hard, right? I just know what to do because it's my instinct, and because I've had people who showed me how to do it, like my mother, my grandma, whatever, right? So I want you to think of one part of you that you are really good at. Maybe being a mom, being a great student, being a great dancer, whatever it is. Think about how you show up in the world because of that identity that you have. Maybe when you go on the dance floor, you're like, oh, I'm so good, and then you show up as a good person because your identity is aligned with that. So people notice. So when it comes to the areas that you have a little more trouble with, maybe you're not succeeding because you don't have the identity of a successful person in that specific area. So try stepping into the identity of that successful person. This relates to my video about how to be successful according to the Be, Do, Have principle, which is be that person you want to be do you want to become. And by stepping into that role, you're actually going to show up in the world as someone who actually is good at that. And you're going to be able to find the things that you need to do and be the person you need to be and do the things you need to do to have that reality. Okay? So I want you to think about that. And let me just recap really quickly for you the 4 things you can do to use to actually turn your failures into success. So number 1, use failure as your ticket to success and learn from every failure. Add up all the things that you fail at and use that to grow and to push you to the next level. Now, number 2 is know that your results don't define you. Whatever results you get don't define who you are. So you can always, by detaching from that, you can always have more enthusiasm and more grit to keep going, okay? Because you're not defined by your success or your failure. Now, number 3, try something new that scares you. And by doing that, you're freeing yourself, you're breaking the chains of fear, and you're stepping into action. And action it creates miracles, okay? So take action, try something new today that scares you. And then number 4, embrace the identity of a successful person and know that successful people actually become what they want to be first, and then they have the success. So you have to step in the heels or the shoes of that person you want to be first. And by doing so, you will be able to act, speak, and behave like the person you want to become in the future. So think about that, and remember, guys, you were made for greatness. If you like my videos, subscribe below in the red button, and just stay tuned for more videos about passion in action and how you can live a life that is better, that is great, and that is extraordinary. Bye bye, guys.